Good morning, children. Today, let me begin the new chapter of economics, people as resource. Definitely, people are considered as very important resource because the development of a country totally depends on the people those live there. So, people as a resource is a way of referring of a country's working population, or we can say the country's working people in terms of their existing productive skills and abilities. People are also important like other resources. So the population is also considered as a very important human resource. When the existing human resource is further developed by becoming more educated and healthy, it is called human capital. Definitely, when the people start getting education, they take care of their health, then they become more important for a particular nation. As you know, the whatever changes are brought in the world, these changes are brought because of man. So man is a very important resource for a particular country. Then further, it is also being said, human capital formation is also very important. Means whenever we start investing in human capital, how to start investing? Means when they get education, medical care, means that is being known as investment in human, means they become more intelligent, more responsible, they are considered as an asset for the nation. So then different types of the training are given to the men, so then they are considered as a very important. So whatever education, training and medical care they are getting, then further they are capable to bring a lot of changes in the world or in a country wherever the people live. So that is being known as capital formation. Then human capital is superior to other resources. Definitely, as we have discussed so many resources like water, land, wind. So then man is superior than other resources like land and physical capital. Physical capital, total productivity adds to the growth of the economy. So whatever we invest in human and for whatever changes are brought in the world, then directly these changes are affecting on the economy of a country. So then economic development is also must for the progress of a nation. So then, but it has become possible because of human resource. Then further we can say investment in human resource by education and medical care can give high rates of return in future countries. Definitely, future countries like Japan have invested in human resource. So then at present Japan is considered as quite developed country. Economy is very strong. Japanese are very hard worker and they do extra work every day for their nation. So nationalistic feeling is very high. So that's why we can say human is considered as a very important resource. Further, whatever activities are done today by men and women, they are divided into three categories, or further they are known as economic sectors. And these sectors are of three types: primary, secondary and tertiary sectors. Primary sector, the another name is agriculture sector. Secondary sector, manufacturing. And tertiary sector or third sector is known as service sector, providing a types of services. So let us discuss first primary sector. Means agriculture, or it includes agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry, on which a large group of people depends for their occupation, like milk products, fishing. Fishing is also very important, like inland fishing inside of a country. Outland fishing means in ocean or sea. That's why known as outland country, fishing out of the country. These are very important activities of primary sector. Next we can say poultry. Poultry farming, again very common in our country. Generally, the people are doing these activities wherever people are poor and unable to grow another crop in villages. So they are busy in these activities. Primary activities, those are developed first on the land. That's why primary. If primary activities are not developed, then secondary and tertiary cannot take place. This activity is known as mining and quarrying. They are taking out minerals from inside the surface. Afterward, they are carrying up to the consuming centers. Next is secondary sector, which is totally known as a manufacturing sector. Means raw materials, whatever materials are coming from the primary sector, means agriculture product as well as minerals, they are changed further into different forms. That is being known as manufacturing. Without factory, without industry, it's not possible. So secondary sector includes manufacturing. Different types of the industries are set up, like thread making. Here you can see how the waste material of plastic is changed into another different forms. It is just because of manufacturing. So manufacturing or secondary sector is very important. Further, these products are supplied in the market. Day by day production is increasing, then further the trade is developed. Trade is being kept in tertiary sector, which is very important. Trade means export import of the products. Variety of the products are exported to other countries through planes, ships, trains. So then that is known as trade. Transport, variety of transport. This facility is very important at present for the development of the entire country. Transport is of different types. Land transports like trains, buses, auto, cycles, so many, that is being known as a road transports. Then further we can say air transport, cargo planes, passenger planes, they carry the goods and passengers from one place to another place. Again very important. Water transport, goods are carrying at one time in tons from one state to another state, as well as from one country to another country. If two states are connecting through waterways, then easily the goods are transported. Then trains, railways are equally important everywhere. Many states are connected through railways, as well as some countries also. So goods train carry easily goods, types of the products from one place to another place. So then types of the trains. Superfast trains are also introduced, and within hours they carry passengers even up to the distant places also. Communication is also the another type of activity kept in tertiary sector. Communication is of different type like electronic communication, print communication. At present, there is a high demand of electronic communication. People are sending their messages as well as they are very much comfortable to do work as at present work from home because of today's scenario. So then communication equally important and kept in tertiary sector, providing a type of services to the entire country. E-banking is again very famous today. Again tertiary sector. And the banking education, health, progress. Tertiary sector has done a lot of progress in last 10 years. Maximum progress is shown by tertiary sector. It also includes services like of we can say education. You know the different type of education is given: primary, secondary, higher education, then training, medical, so many things. So many types of the education and teaching going on. Health services, again very important. So many diseases are being cured, new vaccines are brought in the market, time to time new pills are also introduced. So again a lot of progress done in medical field also. Again kept in tertiary sector, they providing their services very well. So not only the communication and education, the tourism is also very important aspects of the tertiary sector. As people are visiting in our country, we are earning a lot through tourism. Then it is also being progress kept in tertiary sector. And afterward types of the other services like insurance services, they are also very important at present. And we can say the new schools are opened day by day, those are must, and they are providing very qualitative education. So then continuously there is a change in education system. Insurance again very important like health insurance, car insurance, house insurance. So many things are being insured for our safe future. Most of the people are happy whenever they are in need, they get money. If the people are sick, then easily they are getting their treatment with the help of insurance. So many market activities are developed. Many new markets are also developed in different countries as well as in different states. So market activities are also important kept in tertiary sector. Then market activities are possible because of all three sectors. Means primary sector, first of all, they are providing the raw material to the secondary sector. Secondary sector change into different products. Further, they are supplied in the market. So market, there are the two types of the activities: market activities and non-market activities. Market activities involved here means the anyone who perform their work or their activities and in turn get money and money or profit, that is being known as market activities. And these include production of the goods or services. Then market developed, then many people are required to serve. You can see here the cakes are manufactured then supplied in the market. People are selling. Non-market activities are the production for self-consumption. Means people are not selling in the market, they are not getting any benefit. That is known as a non-market activities. Government jobs, again, market activities, types of the government jobs. Time to time they are new jobs are opened. Like some poor farmers, they are growing foods only for their own consumption. They are not selling in the market. Like kitchen gardens are developed inside the houses, types of the kitchen gardens. Some vegetables are grown in small quantity for their own consumption. So they are not being kept as a market activities. They are considered as a non-market activities. So people, those are doing work only for themselves. That is known as a non-market activities. So types of the activities and the sectors and why people are considered as a resource. All points are covered up here. Hope you will understand. Thank you.